Hey friends, in this video I'm going to be making a balloon wall in some light, bright, summer themed colors. So if you want to find out how to make a balloon wall, you've never made one before, or you just like watching balloons get made, this video is for you. And just like that, we have a balloon wall. Hey friends, welcome back to Bubbly Balloon Co. My name is Rachel and I help other DIYers, balloon artists, other fun folks out there overcome obstacles to creativity and inspiration by putting out new tutorials and creations twice a week, every week. So if you like what you're seeing, go ahead, subscribe, you'll see more of it. But today I'm gonna jump right in. We are making a summer themed balloon wall. I'm gonna be working with a few main colors from Tough Decks and maybe a bright little accent color. We'll see how it goes, but I'm gonna dive right in. Today I'm using mostly Tough Decks. My three main colors are going to be yellow, white, and sea glass. I do have a mix of all sorts of sizes in those colors. I have 5-inch, 11-inch, 17, 24, and 36 in most, if not all of those colors. And then for a little accent here, I'm gonna be using the color Cool Mint in 9 inches. Honestly, I don't even know what company this is from. I bought it on a whim. I just thought the color was beautiful. So if I have the chance to incorporate that, I will. But my three main colors are gonna be these here from Tough Decks. Now today I am doing a color block balloon wall. And what that means is every color is gonna be on its own, separate from one another. So it's not gonna be me mixing and matching all the colors together. I'm gonna take out one color at a time. So I will be inflating one color at a time into pairs, which will turn into quads, which will turn into clusters. And if I lost you, don't worry, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. So I'm gonna start with yellow. Why not? Let me take out all of my 11-inch yellows. Okay, I will probably end up using most of these, but I will save what's left in this bag to the side until I need it later. Okay, I also have some larger sizes here, so let me get those out. There's no saving this bag. Okay, oh yeah, these look like 24s or maybe 17s. So to get started, I'm gonna take any two yellow balloons in my main size, which is like my 11s, maybe my 17 inchers. I'm gonna take one in each hand and inflate them simultaneously. Perfect. So I wanna go ahead and let a little bit of air out and press on the top to give it that beautiful round bubbly shape. Kind of what I'm known for, okay? And then on the other one, same thing. Just like that. Ideally, I want these two balloons to be slightly different in size. Doesn't need to be maybe as dramatic on a wall as it would be in a garland, but slightly different sizes is good. It's gonna keep that variance through the wall. It's gonna keep it looking nice. Okay, so I've got these two. I wanna go ahead and wrap the necks as close to the base of the balloon as possible. Okay, just like that. And go ahead and just do a simple tie, just like that. I hope you got that. It's pretty fast, it's pretty easy. I promise you, once you get going, you do get the hang of it. Practice makes it easier, but it really is that simple, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and just make sure that's tied nice and tight. I don't wanna yank too hard on the neck so that it like rips the balloon, but you do wanna make sure it's nice and tight, there's not any air coming out there, and that it's gonna stay secure for you. Okay, so I'm gonna set this pair to the side and do the exact same thing with another two 11-inch balloons. Okay, so now that I've got two pairs, I can go ahead and make my first quad, which is a group of 4 balloons. And all I'm gonna do here is take these two pairs, put the centers of them together, and then twist together one balloon from each pair, also called a duplet, call it whatever you like. I'm gonna twist together one balloon from each set, okay? So I've got here, together, and did a couple of twists to make sure it's nice and secure, and there's my little quad, okay? Now I'm gonna make another quad, and we'll get those joined together. Okay, two pairs together, twist. Now I have two quads. Now to join these quads into a cluster, which is the fastest way to make a balloon wall, in my opinion, I'm gonna do the same thing, okay? Take the two, put them together, and then twist one balloon from each set. Okay, so two together, twist. Look at this little beauty. I'm obsessed obsessed with this yellow, you guys. It's so bright and vibrant, and I don't think you could stay sad after looking at this. Like, this is just a great summer color. Okay, this is my first cluster. I'm gonna go ahead and set it off to the side. I'm actually gonna toss these on the floor because I'm gonna be making a ton of clusters and I just don't have the room for it. Okay, so there we go, and now I'm gonna repeat that process. Okay, I've got my first 2 clusters done. I am gonna go ahead and keep inflating more and more clusters. I will work some of these 17s in. I am gonna use now and then, kind of maybe like 1 or 2 per cluster. We'll see how I'm feeling about it. But I do wanna add that volume and that dimension to the wall because those different sizes, I think, is what really makes it pop. Okay, now that I've got all my clusters done, inflated, assembled, that is gonna be the bulk of the wall. Now I'm gonna focus on some of these accents. I'm gonna do some of the large, like the 36, 24, any other 17s I might want as one-offs in the wall. I'm only gonna do a couple in each color for now. I can always inflate them after. If at the end, you know, I'm missing 1 or 2, I can always easily add those in. So I'm gonna go and inflate just a few now, and then it'll be time to put it all together. Now the large balloons I am going to inflate one at a time. Now, just like with our 11s and 17s, we don't necessarily need to go as large as this balloon will go. We still want to get a variance in size. So anything that looks good to you, definitely press it, give it that beautiful round shape. But once it looks good to you, you've got a few different sizes in there, I would call that good to go. Okay, so now I have my backdrop up and ready to go. I actually had planned to do this creation out on our really cute deck. It's a summer themed creation. I thought that'd be super fun, but the feels like temperature today is 104, so I love you guys, but yeah, I moved it inside. So I'm gonna be creating it right here in front of this window here, which would make a really cute backdrop at any sort of party, kids party with friends, whatever. You can put a dessert table, make it a photo op. I love balloon walls. They're so versatile and they make such a difference in the decor of a party. So when it comes to attaching, all I'm going to be doing is using 260s, and you can use fishing line, you can use anything practically, but I love my 260s. As you know, these are actually 160s. And I'm gonna go ahead and tie a bunch of 160s to the top, to the sides, and I'm gonna start attaching clusters, and then I'll begin tying those together as I go as well. I'm going to try to tie everything as close together as possible so there's as few little gaps. I'm a perfectionist. I don't really want to let any light through or have you be able to see what's behind it, but we will be able to fill in any gaps, whether with my little accent balloons, with my large balloons, with my small balloons. We will fill in any gaps, but try to tie them together as close as possible. And if you're wondering about this backdrop stand, I did get it online, not at Amazon, on somewhere else, and I'll link it below, but I have a video coming out very soon on how to actually set this up, how to work with it, how to use it. It is pretty easy to transport, change its shape. It's very adjustable. I think the minimum is like 4 feet or 6 feet or something, and then it goes up to like 10 feet or something. I think it goes to 10 by 10 maybe at the largest, but I really loved it. I've used it on a lot of jobs, and I really like using it on balloon walls specifically, because it gives you that frame to work with and you don't have to get extra creative with a wall or whatever else. So that's what I'm using today, and here we go. Okay, so as you can see, I have a bunch of attachment points along the top, the beginning of the sides here. Of course, I can add on more later. I can also tie directly onto the clusters and then use those 160s to either attach onto the bars or onto other clusters. Whatever feels secure to me is what I'm gonna do. So here we go. And just like that, we have a balloon wall. If I had to guess, I'd say this is probably 6 feet wide by maybe 4 feet tall, somewhere in that range. The balloons themselves to inflate probably took around 45 minutes, like maybe 10 to 20 minutes per color. And then the actual creation of the wall and tying everything together, getting it all just right, was probably another close to 2 hours, something like that. So all in all, I'd say this took probably under 3 hours or so to make. Now I know I could do a better job on this. I will definitely challenge myself next time I do a balloon wall video. The perfectionist in me wants to see a perfect balloon wall. But my closing words, my closing advice would definitely be to tie the clusters as close together as possible and leave as little space between everything as possible. Whether you're doing in front of a window, in front of a plain wall, out in the middle of a room or a field or something where there's nothing behind it, you don't want whatever is behind it to shine through. So you want those to be as close together as possible. Use your large balloons, your small balloons wisely, both for aesthetic purposes and to kind of seal off any like lingering little spots or whatever. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you had fun. Let's enjoy the last of summer while we still can, and I'll see you guys in the next video.